Welcome to Second Take, the show that focuses on the issues behind the news. All that glitters is not gold, as shockwaves filtered through South Africa's mining industry with reports of increasing gold theft, funding international terrorism and human trafficking. Mining Weekly editor Martin Creamer is with me in studio today to unpack the story. Welcome, Martin. This challenge has been described as a money laundering operation on a huge scale. Could you tell us more about this?
Yeah, the person who's lifted the lid on this is Jan Nelson. He's the CEO of Pan African Resources. Pan African is a junior gold miner in Barberton in Mpumalanga, and they're listed on the London AIM, and they're listed on the JSE in Johannesburg. And he took this whole criminal mining issue to a new level this week when he revealed that Interpol are involved, and they are looking at the link between, the criminal mining, which he insists we call it in South Africa, criminal gold mining, and also international terrorism, human trafficking, and a money laundering on a huge scale, in which he says, dirty money comes in, clean gold goes out.
On an international level, they need to be fought. There's UN resolutions and special programs. Interpol is involved, because the money goes out and it's funding international terrorism, and it's also funding trafficking of people.
Martin, just how massive is this issue? I mean, you've mentioned Interpol. I mean, what other organizations are involved in helping to deal with this issue?
Well, United Nations resolutions are also being evoked on this issue at the moment. So it's going right up to the top world body and dealing with it on a global scale. We imagined it was quite local. We would hear about miners dying. They would be paid quite handsomely to go down and do illegal mining. We were calling it illegal mining. We're now being convinced by Jan to call it criminal mining, because he said that's what it is. And, there seems to be quite a lot of money around because the risk is huge, but the rewards seem to be great. And even though 140 miners have died underground doing illegal mining, or criminal mining, as Jan insists we say, it has still not stopped them. And there's not a proper legislative framework, because they're being charged with trespassing, which is a relatively minor offence. And now the law is going to change to deal with criminal mining. In fact, a lot of parliamentarians have visited the Mpumalanga mines in Barberton, where there's a lot of activity taking place, and also the Free State mines, the Harmony gold mines, where there were even more deaths.
In terms of criminal mining, just how much is it costing South Africa's mining industry?
Well, I think that a fairly conservative number has come up from the Chamber of Mines. The South African Chamber of Mines actually spoke to Parliament on the issue earlier this year, and they put a number of between 4 billion rand and 5 billion rand in criminal mining activity. But even that level is pretty alarming, and one can see that it could be an important source of funding, as Jan Nelson says, Interpol believe, for human trafficking and international terrorism and money laundering on a big scale.
Can miners alone battle the odds against these criminals?
Well, that's what Harmony Gold and Pan African, the two main players in this fight against criminal gold, have said cannot be done. Unless you get a big government task team to deal with this, it cannot be eradicated. And I must say the new Minister of Mining, Susan Shabangu, has responded to this with alacrity. Of course, she was in law and order in a previous portfolio, and she has actually got the particular task forces in place. She's had parliamentary committees come to the mines to visit the mines. She's had a lot of talks in Parliament, and South Africa is galvanizing its fight against criminal mining.
Thank you for your time, Martin.
It's a great pleasure, Bryn.
That's the show for today. Join us again next time as we take an in-depth look at the mining world's premier projects, industries, and business personalities.